this is Emma from Arise, and I'm here today to tell you a wee bit about how the iGCSE maths course will operate. So we'll be meeting twice a week on a Monday and a Thursday for 40 minutes each. And this has been very intentional that the two classes are short, so they're under an hour, because sitting doing maths for a long period of time, your brain just shuts down. You need smaller chunks in time to do that. So that's one of the reasons we've done it this way. The second reason is, say you have your Monday maths class and we go over some concepts. Tuesday, Wednesday, your kids are doing their maths assignments and they're like stuck. Thursday, they can come back round and we can discuss the things that they are challenged on, things that they're not understanding, and that then gives them that chance to get unstuck, and so they're not having to wait again till the following Monday to bring their problems. And so they're not getting bogged down and discouraged and feeling that sense of overwhelm that so many kids can really feel with maths. The other thing we'll be doing in the class is trying to make it really interactive. I've got a real heart for creating that learning community so that the kids can discuss the maths problems. So I'll be bringing periodically little group activities in the class where they can to really work on the mathematical reasoning and thinking skills that tie in with the learning objectives of the course spec. We'll also be using different online technologies to help really visualize what's happening in maths. I'm going to show you two of them, two examples, so that you understand what that actually means. So let me just bring this up. So this here is what's called a proof without words, and we can see in here a triangle, right angle triangle, and this is showing us a demonstration of Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, here's a right angle triangle, and the side opposite the right angle here is called the hypotenuse, and it's always the longest side of a right angle triangle. And Pythagoras states that the length of this squared plus the length of this squared equals this length squared. If you see, this length squared is actually going to be the area of a square. If you attach a square onto this length times this length is going to give you this area. Similar with that square there and this one here. So if we take these shapes and we line them up to the dots down below, we see that the area of this square and the area of that square added together give us the area of the square attached to the hypotenuse. So this is a website called Geogebra. It's a really powerful website. Even if your kids are not doing iGCSE maths, there's things here for all through maths, and it can graph things. It's got a really powerful scientific calculator. There's loads of activities. It's a really great resource to be able to just visualize mathematics. The other one is this website called PhET. So PhET is a website that has been put together by Colorado University, and it does simulations in all the sciences and mathematics. This one is going to demonstrate what happens with the concepts and the ideas behind quadratic equations and how to factorize them. And we're coming at it from the opposite way in. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's put some unknowns in here. So we're going to put X here, and we click enter. And then we click X here too. Then here I'm just going to put in 2, and here I'm going to put in a 3. So what we have here is this square. We're just doing the length times the breadth. So the length of this is X plus 2. We don't know what X is. And the length of this is X plus 3. And so the area of this rectangle would be X plus 2 multiplied by X plus 3. So we put in brackets here. If you were to expand the brackets, you would get this quadratic equation, X squared plus 5X plus 6. Now in iGCSE maths, one of the skills is well, one of the skills is firstly that you would be able to expand these brackets and get from this to this. Another skill is factorization. So taking this equation and putting it back into this form. So by looking at taking a quadratic equation and playing with different numbers in here, students are able to get a handle of what this just looks like. What the students come to this and think, what on earth is this? X squared 5x plus 6, what does this actually mean? But this gives it a bit more contextualization, and it's put into a visual form so they can understand the concept behind a quadratic equation and what it looks like. And you can then take that and take the quadratic equation and look at it in a graph form, either on GeoGebra and there's other simulations on PhET for doing that as well. They then have like games here that you can pick different levels to explore and to practice these concepts in different ways. So I just wanted to give you a little flavour of the format of the class and the different teaching strategies that I'll be using. I'll also be bringing regular revision sheets, which will have a collection of different types of questions, but quite really focusing on those fundamental skills, and so that they don't forget them. So right at the beginning of the course, for example, you do things like factors and simplifying fractions. A year later, especially a child who maybe struggles a bit with maths may have completely forgotten that because they've not been doing it for months. They've been so focused on the thing that they're now doing, whether it be Pythagoras or quadratics. By strategically placing revision sheets throughout the year, these ideas and these skills that they've learned 2 months previously don't completely get lost and have to be completely relearned when it comes to revising for the exam, which just is so discouraging, particularly for someone that maths isn't their forte or they don't enjoy maths. And if they do love maths, it's just a good bonus skill just to keep your skill set up. So I hope you find that helpful when you're thinking about the different options for your child's maths in the autumn term. Thank you. Bye-bye.